A reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. Rise up in splendor, Jerusalem, your light has come. The glory of the Lord shines upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick clouds cover the peoples. But upon you the Lord shines, and over you appears his glory. Nations shall walk by your light, and kings by your shining radiance. Raise your eyes and look about. They all gather and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters in the arms of their nurses. Then you shall be radiant at what you see. Your heart shall throb and overflow. For the riches of the sea shall be emptied out before you. The wealth of nations shall be brought to you. Caravans of camels shall fill you. Dromedaries from Midian and Ephah. All from Sheba shall come, bearing gold and frankincense, and proclaiming the praises of the Lord. The word of the Lord.
Our first reading for this Sunday, which is the solemnity of the Epiphany of the Lord, comes from the prophet Isaiah. Epiphany, Epiphania, meaning the revelation of Jesus Christ as the light of all the nations. Imagine, this Lord whose birth we just celebrated is now slowly being known to us for who he truly is. He is the light of all the nations. And in the first reading from Isaiah, we have this grand vision. And this brings consolation to the people Israel. Imagine they just came back home from exile. This is a people who has been battered by their own sinfulness and by their long years of humiliation. Then came this powerful vision of Isaiah that in Jerusalem, which is being reconstituted, reconstructed by a restored people, the light of the Lord will come. The splendor of the Lord will shine in Jerusalem. And this is not because the people deserves it. And this is not also due to the workings of the people. This is God's gift. Light will come from God. Glory will come from God. It is the light of the Lord. It is not the glory of the people Israel, but the glory of the Lord that will shine in Jerusalem. Now, if I belonged to Israel, the chosen people, then I would take pride in this. I would go about telling people, especially the non-Jews, I will tell them, look, our city, the holy city of God, bears the light and the glory of God. I would even be tempted to tell them, look, your own cities will pale in comparison to our city, Jerusalem. We have the light of God. We have the glory of God. Your city, oh, your light is human-made. Your torches, your own inventions that produce light, they will be your light. But ours is the light of the Lord. But we should not be too quick in saying that. For the prophet Isaiah also says that the light of God shining in Jerusalem is a light meant for all the nations of the world to see. So even if that light of God is entrusted to Jerusalem and to the holy people of God, that light is not meant to be a gift to be hoarded by Jerusalem. It is not a gift that is meant to be exclusively kept by Jerusalem. This light is for all the nations. This light is meant by God for all of humanity, including the non-members of Israel. Now, this is good news to all of us. We who do not belong to Israel, we who do not belong to the original Israel, we should not feel sad that only the Jewish people, the people Israel, are gifted with the light of God. This light is truly given to Israel, but it is the mission of Israel to let that light shine to all the nations, to all the peoples. That light must also be the light of all the peoples. Now, we Christians know that that light is not something, it is someone. Jesus. In Jesus, the light of God will shine from the holy city of Jerusalem for all the peoples to see. Now, we celebrate the fulfillment of the vision of Isaiah. On this day of the Epiphany of the Lord, we know the light of God in Jesus, the humble baby in Jerusalem, is the light to be shared by Israel to all of us.